Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live here on this Sunday, you know the drill by now. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. I hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend. I know I have, busy like always, but that's the way I like it. But today, I'm not going to be on here for a long time. I just want to promote a show that I've got coming up, and I'm hoping that somebody somewhere watching this video is either not afraid to make the drive or lives in the area, because it's not often that you get this many big name wrestlers in one building at the same time. But this upcoming Saturday night, I'm going to be at UCW's hometown throwdown in Griffin, Georgia. Now, the physical address is 234 East Taylor Street in Griffin. And the show, as I said, is called Hometown Throwdown. But you cannot buy your tickets at the door. You have to buy them in advance. Now, there are 4 different ways to purchase them, but you just cannot do it at the door. If you live in the area, you can go to the Spalding County Sheriff's Office or Griffin High School and get them. If you do not live in the area, you can go to 2 different websites, eventbrite.com or ucwtv.com. Hey there, Jacob, glad to have you here. So you got ucwtv.com. Hey there, No More Vlogs, glad to have you here. Eventbrite.com, the Spalding County Sheriff's Office, or Griffin High School. And No More Vlogs, I do recall you being on here in the chat section in one of my videos, but I don't recall which one, but one of them. But nevertheless, glad to have you back. And tickets have a different price range depending on what you want to do. There's a general admission ticket. There's also a ticket if you want to get a VIP ticket where you can meet all the wrestlers and shake their hands and take a picture with them. You pay that price. And a general admission ticket is another price. But we're going to have Chase Emery, who is a local independent wrestler all across Georgia and South Carolina. Very, very, very good wrestler. Hey there, Guffs. Glad to have you here. We have Eric Thunder, who I've done many shows with at IWA Flash Fire back in the day, and more recently SWA and CMW. We also have Kid Cash, who used to really, his claim to fame was a long time ago at ECW. We also have the Barbarian, the same Barbarian you saw back in the 90s in WCW. The same guy. He's still doing it. We also have Elektra Lopez, who was just in NXT last year. We just have Carlito, who was just on WWE television probably 2 months ago. So we have Carlito, Elektra Lopez, the Barbarian, Kid Cash, Eric Thunder, Chase Emery, and many, many, many other stars. Hey there, Mary. Glad to have you here. And Mary, it's your first time being here. Thank you so much for being here. I think I recall seeing your name before, but I can't keep up, Mary. I apologize. Hey there, Pontus. Glad to have you here. So, in my years of doing this, I've met, many wrestlers. It's not a big deal to me. They put their pants on the same way I do. But it's always nice to be able to work shows with them. But usually you get one star to come out, maybe two. You don't see this many big time stars in one building. But if you've watched wrestling in the last 10 years, you know who Carlito is, and you know who Elektra Lopez is. And if you're a long-time wrestling fan, then you recall the Barbarian, because I can recall seeing the Barbarian wrestle when I was 8 or 9 years old, and he's still doing it. So again, go to Hey There Freddie. Glad to have you here. UCWTV.com, eventbrite.com, or if you live in the area, go to Spalding County Sheriff's Office, or you go to Griffin High School and buy your tickets. Just do not have the expectation that you're going to come and show up Saturday night and walk in the door, because that's not going to happen. So if you want to come, I'd love to see you there, but you have to buy them in advance. Hey there, Maverick. Glad to have you here. Hey there, Jace. Glad to have you here. And Jace, glad to have you here from Germany. I always appreciate people being on here that are from different countries. I am from the United States. Thank you for asking. So, Jace, tell all your friends over there in Germany, tell all your family over there in Germany about the channel. Get them to subscribe to the channel. Tell them we talk wrestling, college football, the NFL, college basketball, the NBA, NASCAR, some baseball, and I do top 10 countdowns just about every single week. Some of those are about sports, and then sometimes some of those could be about anything that's not sports. But Jace, I'm glad to have you here, and I tell you what, on this channel, you just never know, because like last night, I did a video, and I had some topics that I wanted to discuss, which I did discuss, but my hope was to come on here and talk for the normal 15, 20 minutes, and I ended up getting some good feedback in the comment section. I think I was on here for 45 minutes last night. So you never know what we might talk about here on the channel. You and your family are going to go on vacation to America. I'm so excited to see it, and thank you for telling me a little bit about it. Well, Jace, let me know sometime, maybe not today, but sometime in the future, jump back on here in the comment section and let me know what part you are going to go to, because it's a big, 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 big place. So, are you going to go to West Coast, East Coast? Are you going to be in the Midwest? And you may not know as of yet, but also, Jace, always tell all the new people this so that everybody knows. If you're on Facebook, feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm not one of these YouTube people that gets on here and acts all nice, and then off of YouTube I'm arrogant, stuck up person. I'm not. I'm the same person in real life I am on here. I am on Facebook. That's the only social media I have, but I do have Facebook. So, Jace, if you're on Facebook, feel free to message me on Facebook and talk to me on there. I may not respond right away because I am a busy, busy, busy man, but I promise you, you will not get left on red. I will see your message. I will read your message, and I will respond to your message. You're going to Texas. That's very, very, very commonplace for people from other countries. It seems like people from other countries, if they come to America, they usually, most of the time, they go to 4 states when they get here. They either vacation to California, they go to New York, they go to Florida, or they go to Texas. So I'm not surprised at all about you going to Texas. I've never been to Texas, Jace, but I know it's a big, 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 big state, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. Hey there, footballers. Glad to have you here, but Texas is huge, and I don't like states that big. I don't like being in cities as big as the cities in Texas, so I have not been there myself. But I've been to Oklahoma, which is basically the neighboring state to Texas. So I've been close to Texas, but never physically been in Texas. And the older I get, the more I hate to travel. So I'm probably never going to go to Texas. But I hope, Jace, that you and your family enjoy it there. And believe me, no matter if you go to Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Arlington, does not matter. You'll find plenty of things to do. If you look up foods from America, I see Takis. Can you tell me what Takis taste like? Because I think they look really good. I guess it depends on who you ask, Jace. I personally don't care for them, but to me, they're they're classified as a chip. And if you go to most of your local retail stores and grocery stores that sell them, they're going to be in the same section as the chips. So they are classified, I would assume, as a chip, but they're not made and shaped like chips. But they have 4 or 5 different flavors. I know my pastor's wife loves the one that are called Blue Heat. I think Jace is right, but they're blue. And they're supposed to be real hot. To me, they're not real hot. They're just not good. To me, Takis taste like somebody bought some chips, opened the bag about 2 weeks, let all the flavoring come off the chip, and then resold them as Takis. Because they're not nasty, they just don't have much flavor. You have to eat 5 or 6 of them to really get a good flavor, in my personal opinion. So I can't tell you that they taste bad. It's kind of like water. To me, you can't say water tastes bad because water has no flavor. So you can say I don't like water, but you can't say water tastes nasty because it has no taste. Well, that's kind of the way Takis are. Takis aren't nasty. They just don't have a taste. And I'm not going to spend $4 or $5 buying a bag and I eat 75 chips and it tastes like I ate 5 because they just don't have much flavor. So they're not bad, but I do think Blue Heat is the one my pastor's wife eats, and she'll buy a bag of them and eat them like crazy. But she likes to buy them and put sour cream on them. To me, if you got to open a chip and put something on it to give it flavor, it means it doesn't have flavor. But Blue Heat, I believe, is the one she eats. But there's only like 3 or 4 different kinds. But I would assume they're classified as chips because they're in the same section as chips in your local retail stores and local grocery stores. They just don't have much flavor to me. One of your friends that's British came to my country and went up to my apartment and told me that Takis taste really good, but they're spicy. So I just wanted to ask, since you were from America. Yeah, I think Blue Heat is the one she eats, and they're pretty spicy. But all of those are pretty spicy, depending on what kind of spice you like. Now, some people, everything they eat, they put hot sauce on it. If you're that kind of person, then Takis aren't going to be spicy. But if you're the type of person that doesn't like spicy stuff and doesn't eat spicy stuff, and then you go buy one, they're going to be spicy. But it would remind you of a Mexican chip, and it might be a Mexican chip. I've actually never looked up who makes them, so I have no clue. But it would remind you of a Mexican chip, because if you ever tried Mexican food, every kind of Mexican food, whether it's a dessert or what, has some kind of spice in it. That's kind of the way Takis are. It tastes like a spiced up chip, so you would think it was made by the Mexicans, and it might be because I've never looked it up. But it does have some spice to it if you're not used to spicy food. If you are, then it tastes like a regular chip with not much flavor. If you like spicy stuff, probably wouldn't bother you at all. Me personally, as I get older, I can't do spicy stuff. I like it. It doesn't like me. I can eat one jalapeno and I've got heartburn for a week. Ramen noodles. I think everybody's tried ramen noodles, Jace, but I can remember when I was about, I guess, 19, 20 years old, ramen noodles were like a dime a box. And now I think they're 50 cents a box, something like that. But I think they were about 10 cents a box about 20 years ago. But I think everybody's tried ramen noodles. So, Jace, glad to have you here. please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends, tell your family all about it. I'd love to hear how things are going over in Germany. And again, if you're on Facebook, feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm easy to find. Just type up Brandon Todd. I promise you, I'm easy to find. And my profile is public, so I'm easy to find. And I talk to anybody as long as they're normal people. If it's the people that come on here and just say stupid stuff to get a reaction out of you during a live video and you do the same thing on Facebook, I'm going to ignore you. I'm not 12. I ain't got time for that. But if you message me on Facebook and you just want to talk about life in general or sports or wrestling or anything, I'll talk to you all day long. Yeah, Jace, I can't do spicy stuff. I used to when I was younger, but when I hit about, I guess, 30 years old, somewhere along in there, I went one day and got something spicy and took a bite of it, and I thought I was going to die. And ever since then, I can do like Cajun spicy, but I can't do hot. So hot sauce, it's not happening. There's some places now you can go to, and it's like a hot sauce factory, a hot sauce store. They go in there and they just have hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of hot sauces, and they let you try them. Not me. I'll walk out of the store thinking I'd rather be in the hospital than be in that store. I can't do it. And Peter's glad to have you here as well, but I know some people that love the spicy stuff. And when they put spicy stuff on everything they eat. But I'm not one of those people. I just can't do it. But thanks again for everybody being here. All of you new people like Jace and Peters and the rest of you that are new here to the channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your family all about the channel. I do a video just about every day. I may skip one every now and then, like I skipped this past Friday because I had to cover high school football. I didn't get home till about midnight, and I said, I'm going to bed. But generally, I do one just about every single day. So come back on other videos, and I do most of them live, so it's easy to jump on here. And if you subscribe to the channel and click that bell, you should get notified every time I'm on here, so you'll know when to come back. But let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. Your dad is German and your mom is French, and she taught me how to make French bread. I'd like to teach the recipe to you if you'd like to know. I love French bread, but I like about any kind of bread except wheat bread, but it has to have something on it. I'm not going to sit back and just eat plain bread. I'm not going to go to the store and buy a bag of bread, eat it out of the bag. I'm not doing that. But if you've got something on the bread, like restaurants give you, usually when you walk into most restaurants, especially the fancy ones, they bring you one of those big old bread trays, and it's got, butter or something put on it. I'll do that. Don't give me no plain bread. Not happening. But let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. A new dwarf restaurant just opened near me. They're short-staffed. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family